Tonight on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. We're in Montana to pan for gold, fish, ride horses, and take a wild journey to the top of the mountain. Don't go anywhere, we're about to get started. Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup, powered by Ram Trucks. Welcome to Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. This week, we're in McLeod, Montana at Hawley Mountain Ranch. We find ourselves deep in the gold mining hills of Absaroka Beartooth Wilderness on a settlement that dates back over 11,000 years. This is sacred ground, from prehistoric dwellings and Crow Indian cave drawings to the old cabins and rock crushers of the Montana Gold Rush. These lands are rich with evidence and history of human settlers. The original homestead was built in the late 1800s here on Boulder River. The Jarrett family purchased the ranch in 1917, built the lodge in 72, and today, great-grandson Ron Jarrett runs the ranch with his wife Phyllis. Hi, I'm Debbie.
Hi Debbie, I'm Ron Jarrett.
Hi, Ron.
This is my wife Phyllis.
Hi Phyllis,
Welcome.
so nice to meet you. This place is great. Is this the lodge?
This is the lodge.
This is our biggest room on the ranch.
This is like the main heart of the place
This is the
where
main heart
everybody
of the place.
comes
This
in.
is
A gathering.
we gather, mix here, and this is our view out the window. People like this as a
Oh my gosh. You get to see this every day.
and we never get tired of it, especially when we see it through fresh eyes like yours
Yeah.
every week.
This rock seems to flow through into your cabin. Is that actual
It
rock?
indeed does. That rock that sticks up in the floor is part of this rock that we're on.
Oh, I love it. Secure ground.
Oh, yeah.
With just enough rustic cabins to accommodate 20 guests a week, Hawley Mountain Ranch captures the essence of a small, early American homestead.
Well, this is a spot that people have been for a long time. You can just imagine how far up and down the valley you could see if you're somebody that was here 8,000 years ago and you sat up here and you could see everybody coming in or going out and all the animals. There weren't near as many trees back then, so they could see everything.
Herds moved with the seasons. Miners hauled wagons up and down the mountain, and for thousands of years, men and women have been here among the misty hilltops, alone in the wilderness, living off the land. Wow, what a view.
Well, we're just about to have lunch, so we'll head on in. After lunch, we'll show you the barn and introduce you to your horse and wranglers.
Oh, that would be
And
fantastic.
then tomorrow we'll do something that I don't know how to describe. You'll just have to experience it.
I am so excited to have my son Cisco here with me this week. He's just learning how to ride, and a horseback trip through these Purple Mountain majesties is a great introduction to this age-old American tradition. Our first day here is almost a total rainout, but today the skies are clear and bright, so we're saddling up to hit the trail. The first step to any Dude Ranch adventure is being introduced to your horse and wrangler and getting your saddle adjusted just right. You'll be using it all week. Is the right one a little longer? Check it out.
It might be.
Exactly the same. We have another beautiful day here at the ranch. It's just incredible. We're gonna go for about an hour and a half ride into the canyon. This land is spectacular. Ron's great-grandfather, Ralph Jarrett, purchased this homestead as a place for his sheep to stop and graze on the 80-mile trip from Big Timber to the high country. A welcome break on such a long journey.
Today sure is nicer than yesterday. Sure turned out nice.
What's this mountain in front of us called?
Hawley,
Oh, that's Hawley?
Hawley Mountain.
Okay.
Then Hawley Creek runs right over here.
How was it named?
Original homesteader in this country, Tom Hawley. He was here in early 1900.
Gallatin National Forest is quiet and peaceful. 6 mountain ranges and roughly 2 million acres border Yellowstone, which covers another 20 million acres. 4,000 miles of river runs through it, serving as major tributaries to the Yellowstone River.
There's a down tree up here. We'll all hold our horses back and we'll go up one at a time.
You guys know, right, what he just said? One at a time? I know you've done this, but I just wasn't sure
Yo,
if you
go,
heard.
Cisco.
What? Yeah, he heard.
This is challenging terrain, but these horses are used to it. With a sure foot and a steady pace, they work their way up and down these steep hills with ease.
You're doing well, Cisco. I'm proud of you. All right, you can go. Steep little climb. Yep, that's him. That's him again. My horse is a little sketchy of the cameras. Then she gets over it. Ooh. You should have heard Cisco's horse fart. It was so loud. So what is this? Is this Hell's Canyon?
Yeah.
That's what this is called?
Yep.
This ride? Why do they call it that?
No idea.
Plethora of information. This is steep.
We may not know why it's called Hell's Canyon, but to me, it's a little slice of heaven. Hey you, don't go anywhere. I hear there's gold in them there hills. We'll do some prospecting and fly fishing on the famous Boulder River on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. For more information on Hawley Mountain Ranch, visit hawleymountain.com. The area surrounding Hawley Mountain Ranch has a long history of gold mining. What started with a small pan and a lot of patience eventually became large-scale machines crushing tons of rocks a day. We'll see plenty of artifacts of these machines while here this week, but I wanted to see firsthand how it all started. Just one man digging in the sand, searching for a fortune.
You know, what we're doing here is demonstrating. We didn't go to our best spot. It's hard to get to, and we didn't want to give away, of course. I'm told that a lot of places here you can get the gold. And so we're going to try to get some sand. We're going to get rid of the rocks, and then we'll take some water and try to wash the sand.
What did your great-grandmother tell you about Tom Hawley told her?
Well, he told her that there was gold on Hawley Mountain here. And my grandmother said that he was too old and blind to show us where it was at the time. So it's still here. And the old timers followed the gold by panning in the streams to see where the gold was coming from.
So what are you doing? Just taking off all the little...
I'm taking off the rocks.
That are up
I'm
at
pretty
the
sure
top?
I don't have any big heavy nuggets in here. So we're going to get rid of the big stuff, and then I'm going to sift through the small stuff and see if there's any fine stuff in there.
Okay.
It might be gold.
Just sit down for a second. This will be our spot.
This process is the simplest way to extract gold. But if you're hoping to find a big nugget, think again. Gold dust is the best you can hope for while panning, but it's very helpful in finding where bigger deposits might be.
What is it going to look like? A flat piece or a tiny little
They're
nugget?
usually pretty tiny, smaller than the head of a pin.
Smaller than a head of a pin?
That's typically what you find.
Oh, I'm going to need some readers. That's really small. But isn't it just like a glimpse of a shimmer and then you'd find it?
Well, it's heavy.
Oh,
it's
it is?
heavy. And so it stays on the bottom. When you shake this around, the heavy stuff is on the bottom. So where the heavy stuff settles out is where the gold would settle out. That's why they like black sand. I'm not sure about what's in the black sand. I think it might be iron, but anyway, that's heavier than the light colored sand. We have gone on an excursion where we did it all day and caught a few flakes, but you would make a real poor living at it. If I had done this a lot, it would probably be a lot quicker. I don't think we found any. There's some black sand in there, but I don't see any gold.
Let's go like this. It's just kind of sand. Just kind of sand.
I'm pretty sure that's fool's gold.
Look, Cisco's
How long
got
is
fool's
that?
gold over there.
I should have brought a syringe up here to suck these pieces up. That's what they usually do, is they have a little syringe, and when they get a piece that sinks on the bottom like that, they suck it up. It takes a lot of looking, a lot of patience, and we're all too busy working.
While Cisco and the grandkids work on striking it rich, I'm going to go over here and join my friend Eric Brady for a little fly fishing.
There's all sorts of different types of flies. Some are hatching, some are water bugs that are underneath the surface. What I have on right now is a grasshopper, and they come off the bank and they'll land in the water and drift down.
So you pulled that out and then you just let it go,
Yep.
and it went as far as, it's
So-
got enough weight to go that far.
Yeah, so with the fly rod, your weight is in your line. And it's long enough where you can cast it out. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and I'm gonna cast back. I'm gonna go ahead and cast all this line out and get it right back out there.
With your hand, what do you say? 10 to 2
10 and 2,
between those?
yes.
Okay.
That's general rule of thumb.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
So you're gonna hold right, left hand. Hold the
Beware,
slack
everybody
out.
back there.
All right, so go ahead and cast back. There. Now, what you'll do is you see all the slack there on the river? You'll pull it in as you go.
So I pull it down here,
Yep, just like that.
just like that. That means I'm doing something
Natural.
right.
You're almost a natural.
If any of this seems familiar, it's no surprise. The Boulder River and surrounding areas were the key shooting locations for the 1992 film, A River Runs Through It.
There. Oh, you see it? I think you snapped the fly off though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I really?
I'm not seeing it. Go ahead and reel in a little bit.
All right.
And if so, I can tie another one on.
I kind of hear it in your voice that you're a little disappointed in me.
She's getting it.
Okay, you gonna show me how to tie a new fly on?
The fly, at the very end, there's the eye of the hook.
Oh my goodness, that's so small.
And then our line. So you got to
Practically invisible.
It is.
All right.
Perfect. I think I got it there.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So
you want me
let's
to
run
help you?
through. So twist. You'll twist the fly about 7 times.
Spin it?
Yep.
Okay.
So right above the eye, there's a teardrop loop.
Yeah.
I'll take my tail.
The twisted.
Yep. Feed it through there.
Okay.
And then I do that. I make another loop. And I come right back up through. Tighten it down, and then you clip
that's
the.
it?
Yep, and that's it. You just clip the tail. And you're good to go. Cast upstream and let it drift down. There, now let it drift. Each time you're casting,
Yes.
little lines should be coming through your hand.
Okay. Just a little bit.
Till it's all out. Got yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do this just because we're in the river.
Look at that. You fishy, fishy.
Track the shark.
Bird myself.
Those Boulder River sharks.
What did you say?
The Boulder River shark?
The Boulder River shark?
Yeah, they're up here.
I got one. Okay, so obviously I haven't perfected this yet, but every ranch teaches me something new, and I can't imagine a better way to spend a beautiful day. We're gonna keep fishing, but stick around. We've got a wild mountain ride coming up next, right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup, powered by Ram Trucks. Now the real adventure begins. It's a brisk, rainy morning as we load up for this long journey ahead. For the next 3 hours, we will be climbing the mountainside into millions of acres of pristine wilderness. And I do mean climbing. We are on this vehicle, which is called the 6x6, and a group of us are going up to Monument Peak in Blue Lake. It's kind of cool because we got a little rain, we got a little weather.
I forgot my raincoat.
Feels good. I mean, and it's beautiful up here. What do you think, Cisco?
Yeah.
The Pinzgauer, the 6x6 vehicle, is actually an Austrian military vehicle. Compared to the Fords, it's like a Cadillac. So people don't realize it, but it's a lot smoother.
We're headed through the Gallatin National Forest to the Absaroka Beartooth Wilderness Area, named for 2 distinct mountain ranges that are totally different geologically. Absaroka is volcanic rock, while the Beartooth Range is mostly granite. Both are a major feature of the greater Yellowstone ecosystem.
Did you see this way? I mean, it overlooks, this could be Yosemite. This is like Yellowstone. This is amazing up here. So how long have you been coming out here?
Well, our family first started coming here in about 1959. My mother, who is from eastern Montana, was looking for a place where they could have a family reunion. And they love the canyon so much that they've been coming back ever since, every year.
As you can see, it's a little bumpy, but the first stretch isn't too bad. It's almost smooth sailing through the weathered remains of Independence. Once a gold mining community, now just a ghost town.
There's still gold here. In 1896, there was a depression and the metals market crashed. It was costing them a lot of money to get it out, and they couldn't afford to do it anymore.
For many years, those who lived and worked here struggled to produce enough gold to survive. Montana is ranked as the 7th largest producer of gold in the U.S., but it was never easy and took a lot of effort and ingenuity to make it happen.
The only thing that will sink in mercury is gold. The gold was heavy, so more of it would stay in the bottom. In almost all these processes, they used liquid mercury to separate the gold from the rock. This was a 3-stamp mill here. There would have been a steam engine back here that ran a belt and spun the shaft at the top. The gears then spun the shaft that this piston is on, would pick it up and drop it. The ore was in here, and it would crush it, and the water would wash the rock away like muddy water. We'll see some Crawford mills further up that ground the ore even finer, and they used mercury in the bottom of those and drained the mercury off to get the gold out.
We're only halfway there, but it feels really good to get out and stretch our legs a little bit. Now is when the ride starts to get a little interesting.
We're going to start going up.
Okay.
Monument Peak is a middle one over here. You can't see it from here, but
Oh, wait.
we're going to come around the other side of that.
Not the very top.
The very, very top.
The first part of the road, we did very little climbing, and now this is the halfway point. We're going to start climbing up. We're probably close to about 7,000 feet, and we're going to go up to 9,700 feet. This next part is a little rougher. Not as many people go up there, so the road is still in rough condition, and there's a lot of boulders and washouts, but the vehicles we have get through there pretty easily. So, well, not easily. They get through, though.
We're climbing to 9,000 feet, and now the road is nothing but rocks and boulders. It's obvious why we needed this 6x6. The weather is getting worse, and it looks like we might have to turn back before we even make it. But as we finally begin to reach the summit, the sky opens up and the rain clears, presenting us with a view so majestic, I can't even put it into words. You know, not many people get a chance to see this beautiful and remote part of the United States. The road was long, but seeing the sheer beauty of this place, I understand how they make this trip twice a week, every single week. Okay, we're gonna break for a little lunch at Blue Lake, but we've got a lot more to see at Hawley Mountain Ranch, so stick around on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. For more information on Hawley Mountain Ranch, visit hawleymountain.com. Our trip from Hawley Mountain Ranch up to Monument Peak was a long, wild ride, but as you can see, it was well worth it. Monument Peak is the highest point in the area, topping out at 11,000 feet. And even at this altitude, the remnants of gold mining machinery are everywhere. How do you think they got these things up here?
It was a steep trip up here with horses. They might have used cables and pulleys and ran the horses downhill while the wagon was going uphill. But
Just over and over and over.
Over and over. It
Wow.
took them some time. My great-grandmother used to come up to the ranch when they first got it and they ran cattle up there. And she says horses clawed their way over the rocks and the wagons bounced along behind. That's how she described the trip.
A few of the other guests decided to hike to the top for lunch and enjoy this amazing scenery as long as possible. We finish up our lunch at the lake and head over to a nearby hillside, still covered in snow. This time of year, snow is scarce, but there's more than enough to entertain kids of all ages, just like I imagine it did so many years ago. Childhood goes so fast. When I grew up, my fondest memories were with my girlfriends building a fort or carving our name or initials in a tree. And we had that secret and our parents didn't know. Oh my God, that was such a long time ago. And you come out to a place like this and you connect with your kids, and I walk over to check on him and he goes, "Okay, you can go back now, Mom." Because
because he's having so much fun. It's awesome.
Boy, I wish we could stay all night, but we've got to load up and take that long journey back down the mountain.
When someone asks you, what is a dude ranch? How do you answer that?
You know, we're all different. You know, people come and they expect to have a good time. They come for the horses. They get something else out of it. Family atmosphere and the camaraderie they get in a small ranch. They come
I find
to
the
our place.
hospitality in these small ranches, you show up as strangers, it's really a matter of hours before you become friends. And then by the end of the week, you're going to be lifelong friends. It's amazing. My son, when I first brought him, he just could not stop saying, I want to ride a horse, I want to ride a horse. And then when there was children, like now, his imagination kicked in and he is playing cowboys and Indians out here. He doesn't do that at home with his iPad in front of him.
Oh, once again, the experience at Hawley Mountain was unique, personal, and different from every other ranch I've been to. The sheer majesty of this part of the world is enough to make it worthwhile year after year. But the warmth and the hospitality of this amazing family has just made it perfect. Believe it or not, there are still so many different ranches across the country to show you, and each one offers a unique signature brand of horses, hats, and hospitality. So I hope you join me next time, right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. When you're ready to book your Dude Ranch vacation, visit our website for more information. And don't forget to tell them you saw it right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup.